I'm inclined to take a lot of you all for granted, and I don't mean to, but I've known you so long. Some of the finest entertainers in this country are sitting right here.
One of the highlights of little Jimmy Dickens' career was in Springfield, Missouri, not too long ago.
Not too long?
No, and I had drawn a decent crowd. I had about 3,500 old folks, all senior citizens, under a big top tent.
I see.
And this gentleman came up 5 minutes to showtime and said, "I'm the man that's going to introduce you here today." I said, "Well, just introduce the band and they'll do a couple of things and they'll bring me out." He said, "No, they won't today." "I'm here to introduce you. I've been chosen to do this job, and I'll introduce you." I said, "Well, okay, any way you want to do it." And he went out on the stage before the band was even set up or plugged in or anything, and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have some entertainment for you here today, and his name is Little Jimmy Dickerson, and they tell me that he's king of the banjo." Now, is that a build-up or not? And I went out on the stage and took me 5 minutes to get the band back to normal. And told the folks, I said, "I am Little Jimmy Dickerson, but I didn't bring my banjo."
He is one of the greatest ballad singers that ever was.
We could.
Get an E-flat. I'll sing you the prettiest ballad that's ever been written. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be plagued with a runner's in her hose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
When I wrote my first song, never ever dreaming I'd ever get to sing it. I wrote Honky Tonk Girl for Kitty Wells because she was all that was in my mind at the time. You know, Honky Tonk Angel and Make 'Em Believe and finally, Searching. Oh, that's all I would ever sing. And so finally, Doolittle told me I was going to have to get me a job. So he got me a job at this little dive, and I made about $12 a night working there, and I would sing all Kitty Wells songs. And this old drunk staggered up at the stage one night, and he said, "Let me tell you something, young lady. You ain't going to ever get nowhere singing like Kitty Wells, because there's already one."
You know, a lot of people don't know that prior to Miss Kitty Wells, there was no girl singers of international fame. Now, there was a lot of good girl singers around, but not ones that were major stars. And because of her success, there was a room for Loretta and Dolly Parton and Reba McEntire and all the rest of the girl singers.
I just fortunate.
Yeah, you bet.
It wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angel, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong.
I came off the stage one night, and I'd just come on the Opry a couple of months, and I thought I was pretty hot. That's before I learned different. And Robert Lund was standing there, down at the old Ryman.
Yeah.
And I thought I was so hot, I'd taken one encore, and then I was listening, going to take another encore. Robert had gathered together a lot of people. And then I come back for that, you know, I come off the stage just listening, just so hot, so excited. Robert said, "Minnie, you been on yet?" That's when I knew what I was.
Bill Monroe, tell us some of your experiences. You've had them.
Oh, the old days, they was good ones, though.
You've had a lot of fun.
I'll never forget the first time I appeared on the Grand Ole Opry, and I sang Mule Skinner Blues, and I got 3 encores. So I thought I had that wasn't nothing for me because I could get out there and do it, boy. I had a fine bluegrass group, and I could do numbers like that.
Oh, I know.
You've always been able to do them.
You do now.
You know, we should mention, you're talking about going on first before a big star or something. String Bean would always say to those package promoters, he'd say, "Put me on first, Chief. I've got a weak act." I've got a tune I used to play ever since the 40s, I guess, called There'll Be Some Changes Made.
Yeah.
And I wrote a little lyric to it with Margaret Archer and did it in this new album I have out. And it's all about if I should change my act and become a rock and roll star. So. I'm gonna change my way of picking, gonna change my routine. I'll start wearing leather and change my routine. I'll wear dark glasses, maybe a toupee. Get down and boogie and become risque. I'll start wearing makeup like Jackson and Prince. You'll see me riding in a Mercedes-Benz. Nobody wants you if you just play guitar. That was supposed to be in tune. I'll do that. Nobody wants you if you just play guitar. There'll be some changes made tomorrow. There'll be some changes made.
I had never heard anybody rhyme star with tomorrow.
Cat just did.
You know, there's not too many of us up here on this stage or on any stage that has written a state song.
On behalf of Red, I thank you, and Red Stewart thanks you.
Why don't you sing a little bit of the song that recognizes country music to the world?
I was waltzing, it's A.
Oh.
I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. Everybody join in. I introduced him to my loved one, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember tonight and the Tennessee waltz. Now I know just how much I have loved.
To me, the Grand Ole Opry is the #1. It's the greatest show on earth, as far as I'm concerned.
Grandpa Jones, Bill Monroe, Kitty Wells, Chet Atkins, Loretta Lynn, Roy Acuff, Minnie Pearl, Pee Wee King, Earl Scruggs, and Little Jimmy Dickens.
Clapping Gospel. That's coming up next.